Stadium, home of the Las Vegas Raiders and the bright lights big city, ready for the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep through bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team from Conference USA, the New Mexico State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the New Mexico State Aggies offense will start this game off with the football. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To throw, it's 5. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And the Aggies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Just keep slinging it. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the Boise State Broncos offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Finds his man, it's Marshall. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage, they've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
The Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Pride. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's 5. Under fire! And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabbed in the middle, it's Pride. Turning it on! They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And that's what makes this offense so dangerous. They've got playmakers all over the field. Here they are on their own side of the 50. 3rd and long, on any given play, they can take it the distance. They do right there. Not just moving the chains, but setting themselves up now 1st and goal.
New Mexico State has it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the 1st option, playing the 2nd option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. He's going for the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State. these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Rush is on him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back in the 16.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Hands it off. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It was quite a start for Spencer Danielson in his first full season as head coach at Boise State. 12 wins and a trip to the college football playoff.
And you could see him growing as a coach, and man, the players loved him. Obviously, Ashton Genty is gone from that dynamite team, but a lot of pieces back in place. I feel like this is a team, Jesse, that we're going to see in this spot a lot more.
Yeah, I agree, David. I think there's a lot of people out there that just think it was all Ashton Genty, but you're right. They have a lot of NFL talent returning at other spots, so I still expect this team to be successful.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Madsen. Zings it complete to the right. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
3rd down coming up after the completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Marshall. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a 1st down.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Broncos can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Broncos are learning about life after Ashton Genty last year with the sensational season. Got close to Barry Sanders' single-season rushing yards record. When you change things, how much of an impact could that have on the way they distribute the ball, David?
I mean, they're going to have to find their go-to guys, but here's the thing. You know it's going to be a really good system. And having Mad Dog back at quarterback, a guy that you know you can trust how to distribute the football, knows the plays, a lot of experience back on the offensive line. There's a lot of others that were still here for that playoff run.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Madsen. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Snagged out of the air. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Looking downfield on 1st down. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Got his man in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Gonna look downfield again. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
And the Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw, it's 5. Fires to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, it sets up 4th and short now early in the game, and this is now a massive decision for the head coach because it is early. And how aggressive are you willing to be? You could get this first down, pay it off, go score, create some incredible momentum, or you don't get it, it completely backfires, and now your opponents are literally knocking on the door.
Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Off-play action on first down. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throwing right. He's got it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Gets it past the marker.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. On the move, it's Riley. Oh, he's got some space. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The running back has it. Nice move to keep running.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. The pull and throw off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Madsen. Here comes the heat. Caught behind the line, it's Riley.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down and try to get a 1st down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
And the Broncos will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Power football with the run. Follows a good block there, picks up 3s out to the 9.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Off play action. Fires complete on the crosser. Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to pass, it's Fife. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
New Mexico State will be forced to punt. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Boise State ready to send out that offense. And one thing we know about this junior signal caller, he is capable of putting on an aerial show. He's guided this offense with precision, and most of all, he has taken care of the football.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Sherrod. Breaks into the open. Bust through behind his pad. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
The give. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Broncos can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got it just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Broncos have this offense rolling. From the gun, the ground game. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
They'll run it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. To the air, it's Fife. Safe completion on the screen. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Looking for space, it's Callaway. Makes one man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got him.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
They're going to run it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
On the run, it's Callaway. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away? You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Madsen. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. Up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Riley. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Might as well give it to him again. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Madsen. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
everything seems to be working for this offense right now. And if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and long. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. The give on the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone. It's McMillan. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to pass, it's Fife. Gets it out fast. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got his man. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Got it in the middle, it's King. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the 1st half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a 1st half.
Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Callaway. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Callaway. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Aggies are facing 3rd and inches. He'll do it himself. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Aggies back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the air, it's Fife. catch in the middle. It's King. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Third down play from the gun. Finds the tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one. A 47-yarder from the right hash. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. That cuts into this deficit. It's now 20-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, great energy in that building and a fun first half in this Las Vegas Bowl. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the second half in the Las Vegas Bowl.
New Mexico away to open this third quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not